So to start out, you probably want to use either the PELINGTON or the LW3, but let's just go with the PELINGTON since it's the first gun you unlock. And for this class setup, I have the optic. I don't really have one set because I think the normal scope is like the best one for this, but another good scope is this one, the Axle Arms 3. It's really good, and the Hangman RF is really good with the red crosshairs. And then for the muzzle, I just use this stabilizer. It makes it so your weapon doesn't sway as much. And I didn't use these other ones because you want to have the most ADS time because it's kind of slow in this game. So minus 20% ADS time is really bad. So you just want to pick stuff that gives you more ADS time and nothing that takes it away, because that's the most useful thing to have for the gun is quick ADS time. So I just use a stabilizer. And then for the barrel, you want something that doesn't take away your ADS, and you want the most damage and bullet velocity. So I picked this when you're by the end, the Tiger team, but while you go through, just have this one equipped, and then skip this one, and then go to this one, because it doesn't really matter about the walking speed and crap. And then go to this one, and then skip this one, and then this one once you're unlocking everything. And for the body, I just stick with this mounted flashlight because it gives you a little bit more reveal distance, and so you could see people better. And these other ones aren't really, you don't really need a laser sight because you're not really gonna be like no scoping people. But so, and then this one doesn't have any negative effects, so that's why I use this one. And then for the grip, I just use the basic front grip because it gives you much more recoil control and it makes you more accurate. And these other ones don't really matter. It doesn't really give you that much movement speed, and it's much better to have more recoil control. And I use the first one because it doesn't give me -5 sprinting move speed because it's good to be agile. For the magazine, I just use the fast loader because it just makes my reload speed faster. You could use a 7-round mag, but it's better just to reload your gun really quick in fast gunplay modes. And then for the handle, you want the thing that gives you the most ADS time, so you start out with the speed tape, then go down, which gives you the most, to this one, and then this one, and then go to this one. Once you unlock each one, you want the most ADS time possible. And for the stock, it doesn't really matter that much. I just did this one because it gives me, once you're sprinting, you can pull your gun up faster. I use this one to start off with, but it doesn't really matter this one that much. Alrighty, so for my next sniper you probably want to start with, I would go with the Tundra and leave the Barrett for last, because this one is basically the same attachments I have on the other one. You just could use a Hangman if you want, or the Axle Arms, but it's roughly just the same stuff I use on the PELINGTON. And for the Barrett, there's only like one thing different: the scope. I really recommend this Axle Arms 3 times. It's the best scope, and it has like a good crosshair. I'm not a big fan of like the default scope. This and the Hangman are really good, but just the Axle Arms is really good for killing people. And I just used mostly the same attachments as the PELINGTON and the LW3. So for the class setup, I use a shotgun just in case like I run into a close quarter situation. And for the tactical, I use a stim shot because these aren't really useful, and it's like good if someone's shooting you or you're done with the fight, just to heal up real quick. And then for the lethal, I just use a frag. It doesn't really matter what you use. And then field upgrade, proximity mine, doesn't really matter what you use. You could use this. I just like this to get an extra kill. And for the perks, I use flak jackets, so if someone throws like a grenade at you, you don't die from it, or sticky, or anything like that, and I feel like it's the most useful perk for this section, because you just don't die by so many grenades and stuff. And for the second one, I have Scavenger. You'll need this because you don't really have too much ammo, and you can pick up ammo to get bloodthirsties, because you run out of ammo really fast. For my third perk, I picked Cold-Blooded because you don't get killed as much by score streaks and aren't detected by them. And then I just use Gunfighter to get all the attachments, because I don't really need more perks or all this stuff. And then for the game mode, I usually just play Nuketown just 24/7. It's the fastest way to get kills and level up your gun. And for long shots, you want to play a combined arms mode. I recommend Domination, just to get the bigger maps to get long shots. Or a team deathmatch. The Crossroads is a good map to get long shots as well. You can't really do that on Nuketown unless you're like in the back of the map. But like, and the hardest camo to get is just the Bloodthirsties, just because it's kind of hard to, like, you die super easy, so it's good to just take it slow, like kind of be more campy, but like not like stay in one spot. And then you just all these camos are pretty easy. You just really have to wait until you level up your gun just to get the camos. So it's just mostly about that. But yeah, that is my guide to the fastest way to get your guns diamond and the best class setup to use. Thank you guys. Remember to like, subscribe,